And welcome back to, let's see if we can get this right, to Jar Game Devon. Game Devon, I underswine. And here we are developing it. Going back to the Durs Island demo and developing it some more. As you can see, I'm really proud of this. I figured out how you import images, and thanks to, and as you can see right here, that is not standard RPG Maker nonsense. It is my own nonsense. Which, by the way, I made that with Sprite Stack. Sprite Stack is a thing where you, basically you use pixel art and stack it in order to make a 3D model. So you can so instead of having to pixel art a building like that, like what I showed you, you can just use this. And as you can, well, not as you can see because you're not saying anything. I think that's what I want. There you go. As you can see, this is how it works. You draw about layer by layer by layer using the scroll wheel, and as you can see, this is basically how it works. And this is that building. It's a bit of a pain to get it to fit on one of these tile sets. And I didn't actually I didn't know how to actually. I mean, and the tile sets are their own thing, but basically it's. But once you get it done, you get it done, and it looks really nice. Even if it's a 3D building sitting in this all 2D nonsense, it looks really nice. Also, as you can see, I'm starting to add my own sprites to RPG Maker. So instead of the instead of the character generator, which comes with RPG Maker, I'm using my own. I use my own art style with my own portrait. I will be one day making my own everything. Maybe not the. Maybe I won't mess with the water and land because that's a bit of nonsense. That's nonsense to mess around with an RPG Maker. You gotta be very accurate in where you're placing the tiles. It's not. It's not a system of I want that to be. I want that to be land and I want that to be water. It's completely different. But I will be at least making 3D. I will at least be making objects. And as you can see, the top main command center is started. It's not done yet. I plan to add windows and maybe top command center on the front right there. But right now, it's looking pretty good. And also for this bit of the demo, oh, which by the way, we're doing combat today. Which for this bit of the demo, I actually would have you play. I will actually start you off in your house in Dur's neighborhood. In Dur's neighborhood, which basically is a VIP neighborhood. Imagine as if the president invited all of his friends and all of the people that he likes to live in the White House. It's like that, except it's an actual neighborhood. It's a gated neighborhood, which is rare for Green&Blue. But anyway, so you walk in here, you talk to the lady. I need to figure out actually. I need to figure out actually talk distance. And as you can see, I added stuff so when you walk in here, you can comprehend what these options actually mean instead of stuff which only makes sense to someone who's read the manual or the game developer. You talk to the line. I haven't messed with the actual dialogue after the options. Where can you get gears and items? That replaces vehicle bay. Oh, you're looking for the armory and you're looking for the armory. It's just north of the vehicle bay, past the door to your left. I want to do that. I want to actually make the vehicle bay and armory on camera. The vehicle bay and armory is basically this area. Basically, the left side of the main command, the left side of command bases, command bases, um, it is dedicated to getting people ready to go out. Main rooms, I need to meet with my team. And with this, it's pretty good. How long which one? Do you need a specific one? Let's not pick option 1. let's say you're an old player who's going through these options, and let's say you miss option 1. Sorry, Alpha Squad is having a meeting right now, and meeting 2 it might take a while. Basically, for every Der city there are the basic Greek alphabet squads, which they flip people around in, and basically it acts more like militia than anything, where basically it's who wants to be an alpha squad today kind of thing. And the and the lower degree alphabet, like for example, Alpha Squad is more elite than for example Delta Squad is. And in this one, also I changed the color of the windows. It looks a whole lot more nicer than that. More nicer now. Meeting room 3, please. So meeting room 3 is being cleaned by Sev1 8er 9 dual under squad. Had a bit of a party last night. It might take a week. That's actually a reference to something. So, try to figure that one out. More questions. Where's the vehicle bay so I can try vehicles? And this one's gonna, and I'm planning this one might be like for vehicle bay and all the extra stuff. Like I want to try different vehicles. Like I'm thinking for this tech demo, you can try everything, and just fool around with stuff. Have similar battles, and stuff like that. It might be the very beginning of the game where you can fool around with all this stuff, and then like There's Island is the hub, and it's the place where you fool around with stuff, and then you go on actual missions and actually progress the story and actually get paid, so you can actually upgrade. Okay, so you can try vehicles. That doesn't have anything, and that's done for this lady, but she has no official name. And then walking up here, remember that option where you can, actually, did I show this last time? We're gonna find out if I did or not. We have a team. Go along the right wall with Union Pacific 1, Meeting 1-1. Oh, that one's not being used. It's the first you'll find. Oh, and your partner left a message saying he's ready to meet up. You can just use the screen in the room to call him. Yeah, I'm introducing the character partner, which you can use the screen. Sir, what do you need? Oh, I need you to come with me, not right now, though. And this will have him spawn on you. Nah, we'll withdraw this later. Right now, let's go in the simulator room, and as you can see, this is the simulator room. Isn't it nice? Basically, 2 teams of 6 can fight each other, or 2 squads of 6 can fight each other, or a team of 12 can, work as a team and just and use other simulators across Green and Blue. This room is meant for mission briefs with the simulation and debriefs from the simulation. Who did well, who did not. That's why meeting room actually looks like up there. There are multiple ways you could do it in RPG Maker. You can have individual rooms and have doors that go to the individual rooms. That act like a teleporter maze, and is kind of how actual games of this aesthetic from the SNES era actually worked, where basically they were all on one big page. And then you got your own separate instances all over the place. I'm thinking, at least for right now, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just have you go into different maps, and you can see the other bits of maps in the corners. At least for right now. And you can have different sizes for RPG Maker maps. I don't know what the limits are, if there are any. It might just be a simple making your game a certain size, making it easier to run. The game might explode if you don't abide by them. But anyway, moving on. Welcome to the Saxon room. What do you need? What's this room for? I forgot about that. Okay, I'm ready for a match. 1 peacemaker, 2 peacemaker. Basically, what I'm going for with the difficulty of this game is while there's not an adjustable difficulty, I'm thinking the difficulty would be semi-adjustable by the fact that if you want a harder experience, wear less armor. Basically, wear always semi-power armor or even Turner armor, or even just normals, instead of wearing power armor, and then there are different types of power armor as well. or you can, or if you want it easier, even if you want it easier, but even if you want it easier or a more noble experience, you have different partners. That's what two Peacemaker is. So let's do one Peacemaker since we're only one. Now you can actually move these guys around on the screen. These are called troops when you have multiple enemies at once, and the battle and the insta spawn battle, which is what I just put in this menu, which I put in the menu, only works with troops. It doesn't work for individual units. And oh, by the way, all my things are different because that's the law of tabletop, and I want people to get used to the tabletop experience. So we got abilities. Abilities is your magic, in the normal game it's magic and skill. There's only abilities is the only thing in the game. It doesn't separate magic or anything. Ammo is your MP. It's the thing that depletes, and the only way to get it back is by having abilities to get it back, or items, or resting and stuff like that. Will as a bar is basically something that generates based on weapon use and getting hit, or you can also guard, which is what this option is for, in the bottom left, and which I also name Will. I need to change that. But basically it means you guard, you defend, and then you defend for a turn and you generate will. There's also items which you don't have. Power is just a normal attack. Abilities, we got reload, basically fills up your ammo. Cover, which gives you defense at a cost of will. And because I couldn't actually import, because of how RPG Maker works, without using plugins, which plugins basically boil down to you actually coding the game for yourself. It's still easier than making your own game engine, for crying out loud, but it's still more complicated than just using RPG Maker standard. So that's what I'm doing. But anyway, so triple attack. And how my system works, by the way, each of these pirates attack 3 times, because they're effectively using AK 120s or AK 1020s, which are battle rifles which by the way, power armor blocks anything below a rifle cartridge, or well, a really large bullet. Or basically a really large assault rifle bullet. So, like an AK-47 an original AK-47 could probably do something against power armor more than, let's say, an M16 or a modern AK, like an AK-74 would, with the intermediate cartridge. And basically, the pirates have lots of them, and they just spam bullets. And the pirates also have a coil kit, which is their version of the rod rifle, which is the main arm, main arm of Green and Blue. Actually, the main arm, it's divided between the rod rifle is the old main arm of Green and Blue, the old standard rifle of Green and Blue, and the new one is the auto rod rifle, which is what your character starts with. And it uses a triple attack. Well, it has a triple attack as its ammo using ability, because it's automatic. Also, I should mention that in order for me to get my system to at least somewhat work with RPG Maker, because RPG Maker assumes you want the classic RPG experience of grinding, going up levels, stuff like that, fighting enemies that are not balanced with each other at all, etc. They have their own levels, stuff like that. Whereas how I'm doing it with my system, my version, how I'm trying to make Out of Retreat fit in RPG Maker is by making all the enemies and players start with 1,000 health, because they're all humans, starting with 1,000 health, and their armor gives them all the ability. Basically, your equipment gives you all your differentiating abilities. Also, there's only one class, at least for right this second, because I don't want anyone to have a different advantage. And basically, how Adobe Treatum works is completely different to how RPG Maker works. Okay, now we're out of ammo. As you can see, they miss both their shots. Actually, want to go in cover. When you go in cover, it lasts 3 turns. Up to defense. As you can see, these 4 powers are wrecking me. So now I want to reload. Whenever they'll let me. Reloaded. Next power, triple attack. Gotcha. I think they're low enough health so I can start picking them off with the normal power. Nope. Cover. But yeah, so basically the vehicle bay and armory, which also I'm thinking about making a med bay now. Now that I think about it, someplace that you can actually regen your health would be a smart idea. Armory will also be a place where you can get. I'm still not quite sure how you actually can do your regens. Like I'm not quite sure how the magical crystals from most RPG Maker games actually work. Triple attack. There we go. Also, triple attack is random, so I'm thinking what triple attack actually does in this scenario is triple attack is you're firing automatically and you're just shooting to the crowd pretty much, or you're taking it as like they give you. Gotcha. Now, we have our health is low. We need to rest, but they had no rest options. Aha! I mean, they're beds all over the place, but that's beside the point. So let's go call in our friend. Would you come with me? And our friend, which by the way, looks like a gear, which is normally equip. I have my character has, which by the way, basically, I'm thinking about making it your character at least be able to name them. And definitely, you know, at least change character sprites, but I'm not quite sure how to do that. But anyway, so I have auto ride rifle, standard plasma shields, green and blue standard helmet, green and blue tactical power armor. Our friend, whose name is Partner, or just Par, he has auto ride rifle, standard plasma shields, green and blue standard helmet, green and blue tactical power armor, and a repair a hero tool. Let's ask him about that. It seems odd that this guy might have one. So we need to actually go to the computer to actually talk to him. So he took the repair hero tool specialization? Yeah, I wanted to be more than just another gun in the field. But I did not have time to take the repair core specialization. And they're be good with non-sapient machines. That's now officially his voice. So now we want to have him repair our armor. Exactly how do you do that? Oh no, you need to do items. Okay. No, it's abilities. Ammo, now he needs to reload. Oh, you can't do... Oh, yes, you can reload. There we go. Oh, wow, Will is a big... yeah, Will is a big determining factor. Jeez. Okay, maybe you need ability just to will and like meditate or something, but we'll see. I'm ready for a match. Now let's do two-piece maker. Enact. Abilities, triple attack. Triple attack. Yeah. Alright, let's do this. And also because we're fighting motley pirates, the other pirates we fought were lowly. These motley pirates come in sixes. And because these pirates have Turner armor, they have like they have 1,000 health. Which gives enough for a back and forth battle and gives you time to actually think. Let's unrepair some dudes. Unrepair. Basically, the repair heal tool is a nanite gun, where it uses nanite to mend materials, or in this case, unmend materials. Take them apart, put it back in the gun. As you can see, the repair and unrepair have the different sides of the heart. Unrepair. Oh wow. I want you to triple attack, and I want you... Actually, wait. I want you to triple attack, and I want you to repair there. Basically, imagine this as Dirk Line, who has all three of the leading roles at Green&Blue, which is he is the leader, which is the civilian government. He is the 9-star of the military, and he is the owner of the business, part of Green&Blue. Which he's the only one that allows to do that. And he's pretty much the only one that will ever want to do that. Okay, actually, yeah, triple attack again. It'd be the last triple attack before you have to reload. And you need to repair yourself. Basically, just pointing the gun at your armor. Out of ammo! Might as well take cover. Take that cover. I should be getting more reloads with this. I'm not quite sure. Okay, let's see if I get more reloads. I actually no, I'm not supposed to get a lot. Cover. Yeah, no extra reload, so I need to change. I need to mess with that, and might as well just open fire. Yeah, we win! No, it's rank 2. The ranks mean nothing, by the way. The ranks mean nothing. I think I'm gonna have like different abilities tied to the ranks, or I like have an ability shop. Like you can go to a trainer who can train you on how to be better commander and stuff like that. And you can only get so much depending on ranks. I'm not quite sure how to do that in RPG Maker. I've seen that in RPG Maker games before, I think. But yeah. Alright, so that's all there really is to this demo version. Yeah, I'm really proud of it, so let's try ending it again. Actually, let me show you another thing real quick. As you can just chill. Right now, bam. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to change that screen to be more like team management screen, or like your call your team. I mean, and actually, you should. And actually, I need to make one of these rooms an actual place you can be, and have one of these rooms be your squad room, and you can talk to your squad members and talk to them and stuff like that. So now we need to go sit down. Now, I'm thinking because you're playing as some random dude. Oh, it's doing off anyway. Okay, I gotta fix that. That's like, yeah, keep the bread contact. Cut. So basically, it's gonna be the same-ish thing, except you gonna be except you go up to the line, except you go up to the line and you talk to him instead of line doing it because you're not gonna be line. Like story rolls around, you need to see line for a reason. Maybe it's because you're a prodigy, because obviously you're the main character. Main character's always prodigies, or else it wouldn't make much sense. Uh, well, in most scenarios anyway. You know, and by not making much sense, I mean like how many people, because how players can sometimes max everything, therefore always be a prodigy. We play games so many times that on your first play, on your at the beginning of the campaign, you're just bouncing all over the place. You're just owning everything. And from an in perspective, you have to be a prodigy kind of thing. But anyway, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'm not quite sure what to do about music. Because I got no real way to make it. Oh, wait, sorry. Hold on. Yeah, I got no way to really make music. I got, a Magic Tick. Oh, what is it? Music Tick. There's this, but you need to buy extra stuff which I don't have yet for it. And there's no real good solution other than that for making synth music anyway. Or synthetic music, like classic game development days. Um, I'll keep looking, and if you have any ideas on how I could make music without being musically inclined, or if you're willing to, basically donate your time and your music skills, because I can't pay you, unfortunately, I can't pay myself. Um, but if you wanted to do that just for credit reasons, or you wanted to work with someone making a game, I'll be more happy to have you on the team. But anyway, um, yeah. So that'll be it for this video. So we'll we'll make the vehicle band armory together, so I can show you the skills that I have learned and how to the skills I learned in RPG Maker. And yeah, so it'll be a bit of a tutorial, bit of a minimal video. I'll probably live stream it because it does take time. It's not hard. It takes time is the thing. Just like right now, I need to do a lot of clerk work with my Tabletop game, or editing work with it, just making it look nice, just making sure everything makes sense, kind of thing. But anyway, I also need a title screen, but I can do that. Alright, but anyway, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Do appreciate watching on this video. And one last thing, one last thing is I don't really want to use plugins yet. I might use them later, but not right now. I know that you can. I know that some plugins are released by people for free, and you're allowed to use them however you wish, including in a commercial game. what you do plan for this Deers Island demo to basically be like the very beginning of a game later. Always free version, but anyway. Sneezed. All right, like the very beginning of a game. So, but the Deers Island demo will always be free. It might stop updating eventually, but it'll be free. So yeah. Oh, and also, by the way, because I maxed out my Google Drive storage, I will be upgrading in a few months, or in a month or two, to uh to Dropbox. Which, while that 200, around 200 will hurt a year, it would definitely hurt. I compare, and like it will hurt a year. That means not getting anything else for that month. It's gonna be worse for the ability to see if my stuff's actually getting downloaded, like if people actually do care and what people care about. That I have in my Google Drive instead of it just existing and driving me nuts. I don't know who's downloading it, and it'll be 2 terabytes. And basically, everyone's priced around $100 to $200 anyway, and only Dropbox has the whole. Well, it actually has the whole. Here's what's been downloaded recently, kind of thing. And also, Dropbox is just nice for your experience as well, because I checked it with incognito mode on Google Chrome to see what happened if what will happen to the link if someone looked at it, kind of thing. But anyway, that'd be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Do appreciate watching this video. Moves on to be wants to be if you were to check out the stuff on the screen, including the Story Life for War 2040s, where you follow their 20 different friends as they go on missions to maintain the perfect world they have built over the last 15 years. And, yeah, that'd be our first video. Thanks for watching, and I guess, see you in a second.